So let me talk again some more about the importance of video and education, particularly biography and documentary. And after watching many of those over many years, the kind of sense of understanding that I've gained about life and history and politics and religion and commerce and how those all kind of clash and come and gob and bang each other. And right now in this Egypt thing, it talks about the intrigues in the Pharaoh's court about because particularly in ancient times you had one king or one pharaoh or one Caesar or one person, and it was often usually hereditary. So the children and the whole thing about King Henry VIII who needed a son, all these kings that need to have male heirs and all their, trying to get to that, and all the Herod and killing the brother or the father, or and somehow the assassinations were part of who was that, Alexander the Great, successions, how they obtained power. Uh, Sons would kill their fathers or have them assassinated. Brothers would kill brothers. Um, all that intrigues, and and how that happened, and how the church, how religion was a part of it. Now, it wasn't as much a church in Egypt as it was. They had to have in order to get the approval and the full buy-in of the population. They would, some more and some less, would be identified as being divinely appointed or child of God. Uh, Child of God, we think is a Christian thing, but it was way before Christ came that Caesars and Pharaohs were calling themselves that. New to me, they had no idea of that, and some more than others, not all, and not and uh, and to see the in how commerce played a part in the ambitions of going and getting the gold mines, or going and conquering the people, or getting the slaves, or getting the wheat in certain areas so you could feed your people. Um, so, I mean, I'm not taking a course in world history, but that's what that is. And I'm less distracted by the little bumps that happen in everybody wanting USA to become a Christian country, which is easily the stupidest thought imaginable. Now, I'm going to say that it's going to offend you. You might as well get used to it. Um, and why I say it's stupid, because there's been times in world history when countries were Christian. Scandinavian countries. When you're born today, you're automatically a Lutheran unless you say you're not. The church and Lutheranism were co-joined. The church pastor salary paid by tax money, and the church is dead, and they don't preach the gospel. Hardly. I mean, there are times when the Pope ruled Europe, essentially. It wasn't real nice, or wasn't real righteous, it wasn't real holy. The Pope, there's been all kinds of popes that have had all different levels of reigns and emphases. Some were warrior popes, some were licentious, some were scholarly, all different kinds of popes. And so, and the Pope was a top guy of all these other Catholics that dominated Europe. So that influenced things in big ways. It's not a pretty picture. Politics and religion together don't have historically have never made for a good marriage. The beginning of America was perhaps one of the small seasons when it was pretty good. That's my 5 minutes. But I know that because of the documentaries and biographies. So